Hey y'all, welcome to or back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty and I'm bringing you another episode of our Drifter Legacy series. And as you can see, we are here with Adelaide. She is feeling really flirty, says I love you, these little words, soulmates, and she is feeling some ovulation time, and she is a morning sim, so she's quite happy. She had an excellent holiday and got to do everything she wanted to do and made some wonderful memories. She's feeling quite refreshed from being outdoors, but she does have some underlying anger feelings and feels like she's losing control and needs to get her way, but also is feeling a little bit playful, but has some tension from missing out on some dreams and has some other things on her mind that's been kind of killing the mood, and is feeling the need to dance. So overall, she kind of has some feelings that are all over the place, but her overwhelmingness is that she is in some really flirtiness this morning, and she's just having herself a little bit of breakfast. Don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button so that you can become part of the Raven family, but we are going to go ahead and jump in and get started. I'm going to have her get out here and we're going to take care of some of these plants this morning and let her harvest and do a little bit of weeding and watering and just get this garden under control because it is a little bit out of sorts this morning. And as you can see, Advaith is up as well and in desperate need of the washroom, so we're going to have him go ahead and take care of his bladder needs. As you can see, it is the arts festival today, so they will need to go ahead and do a little bit of arts festival stuff. I'm not quite sure how much we're going to be able to do those things, being that there isn't really anything that they can do in the neighborhood, being that their lot is really the only lot in the area. They probably aren't going to be able to do really anything in regards to the arts festival. This would be something that will have to take place later on down the line when we get more things in the world. We do still need to meet the outdoor enthusiast, and we need to harvest unidentified plants and catch 5 fish in Granite Falls. But we can't really do that until we have Iris aged up into a child. So once she has her birthday, we will be most likely planning a vacation back to Granite Falls for the family. So we are just waiting on her to age up, which she will be doing in this episode because she does have a birthday coming up. We are just going to be celebrating her birthday in this episode. But in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and take care of our family and let them go ahead and, you know, scavenge and gather and do the things that they normally would do and just kind of get some things together here because we need some funds. We do currently have 1,600 simoleons to our name, but as we know, we need to get our house into a place where it is worth 40K. And for us to do that, we need to put some money into the house while also saving enough money for us to be able to travel to Granite Falls. So we need to make as much money as we can. That being said, when Iris does age up to a child, she is going to need a bigger bedroom with child things, not toddler things. So we have to make a lot of money. So I am going to get them busy. We did just get a message that Marcus' spirit is fading away, and so that is really sad. That is something that, you know, we are going to have to be dealing with too, is that Adelaide's dad's spirit is fading. And so that is something that she is going to have to come to terms with, as well as the fact that she is about to lose all ties to her father as his spirit fades away to the netherworld. So we are going to be losing that spirit in this realm as well. I am just going to get her going ahead and gathering things in the neighborhood and digging up some things, gathering for frogs, and I will most likely get Advaith to go ahead and start fishing in the area so that we can get some funds, and that way we can work towards doing just what I said, which is getting our funds up in the house. I want to make sure our equity in our house is where it needs to be. I know that it's going to be a struggle for us to get it to 40K, but my main goal really is to just have enough money for this episode so that we can get her a child bedroom when she ages up. And so in order for us to do that, we are going to need the funds to be able to do that. So I'm just going to get Advaith to go on over here and harvest these plants, and then we're going to take him fishing so that he can start making a little bit of money for the family while Adelaide goes ahead and harvests everything in the area. She is going to make sure that everybody is okay in the house, and by everybody I mean Iris. So I'm going to have her come on in and just check on Iris here, and she's going to make sure that her needs are taken care of as well. She hadn't finished her food, and so she's just going to finish that up really quickly here, and then she's going to go check on Iris and make sure Iris' needs are all taken care of as well. Well, she's just going to give her a little bit of a tuck in, but it does look like Iris is kind of waking up from her nap here. And she's woken up kind of sad, feeling a little bit sad this morning. And, well, actually it's noon. So she's woken up and she's feeling a little bit sad. I am going to just go ahead and get these two working together on some shapes here, and let them have a little bit of mother-daughter time with some blocks, and they're going to work on some shapes, and they are just going to have a little bit of time bonding together here. As we know, Advaith spends a lot of his time with Iris, working with her, and Adelaide typically is out scourging around the neighborhood and doesn't spend as much time with Iris, so I do want her spending a little bit of time with Iris, obviously getting some quality time in, because we do want their relationship to be quite good as well. I'd like them to have an equal relationship between all three of them, and so in order for that to take place, obviously she needs to spend as much time with Iris doing these kinds of things as she can, and so we are going to have her spending as much time as she can. It does look like Iris is feeling a little bit feverish this morning due to her having some pain from teething, and so that is why she's kind of feeling really sad this morning. But unfortunately, there isn't really a whole lot we can do about that, because as we know, when the teeth start coming in, that is just how that goes, unfortunately. But we are going to have her go ahead and continue on with these blocks, and then once she's done with that, we'll have her go and just take care of some of her needs. I'm going to have Adelaide go on into the kitchen, and she can whip up a little bit of food so that we can make sure there is something available for Iris to eat when Iris gets hungry. And so she will go ahead and whip up a lunch meal. I'm just going to have her go in there and create some faux BLTs. That way everyone will have something to eat, because I do think that once Advaith gets home from fishing, he might actually have himself a little bit of an appetite as well. So we'll just get some faux BLTs going, and then everyone can have themselves some lunch. So Iris is heading into the kitchen just to whip up this lunch meal. She is still extremely flirty. She is really wanting to spend a little bit of time with Advaith. I think that at some point they may end up needing to spend a little bit of time together, but she is feeling really, really flirty. It's from her ovulating and just really feeling in love, because they did have a moment where they did have some quality time together, and she is still really riding that high of when they had spent some time together. It really got her feeling flirty. And she's just really feeling that love and that connection that they had really strongly right now, and she's just riding that wave out. But I am going to go ahead and have her call everyone to a meal, and we will get Iris in here to have herself some lunch. I'm going to get Advaith to stop fishing and come on home so that he can grab himself something to eat as well, and everyone can just go ahead and get themselves a bite. And he is feeling a little bit sad. It looks like he is feeling a little bit, you know, back to his old ways of feeling like he has no purpose in life. Unfortunately, you know, fishing only goes so far with Advaith. He really needs to feel that purpose in his life, and he's just not getting that right now. And I am not sure how we're going to get around him constantly feeling like his life has no purpose. I can't get him a job, and unfortunately he is a sim that really, really wants a career. And it really does make him really sad to know that he his purpose right now in life is just to be a dad and to fish. And he wants so much more from life. And I just really feel bad for him that, you know, he just feels like he's not contributing enough. And Adelaide is trying to explain to him, you're contributing, you know, so much. You're helping with Iris. You're helping me to fish. You're helping me with gardening. You're helping me around the house. You're contributing so much already. You know, I really appreciate everything that you're doing and all that you do for this family. And I don't know why it is that you feel that you're not contributing, because honestly, I wouldn't be able to do any of the stuff that I'm doing if it weren't for you. And your role in this family is integral to me being able to do what I need to do. And he's like, well, I understand that. I just feel like I'm not providing for my family like I should be. And she's like, but you are. You're providing so much for this family that I just don't think you realize how much how much your role is in this family and how important you are. And while I think Advaith really appreciates everything that she's saying for him, I don't know that he fully believes what she's saying and that he's really able to hear that. He's going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time with Iris now. They are going to work on communication, and he's going to try to teach her how to talk a little bit. And, you know, Adelaide's like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, look at how good you are with Iris. Like, you instantly come home from a hard day out fishing, and all you want to do is spend time with our daughter, and you want to teach her how to talk. Like, who does that? So she's just in awe, and, you know, she can't believe that she's lucked up and ended up with someone that's, you know, all in like she is with Iris. Like, Advaith is definitely a hands-on dad, and she feels so blessed to have found someone that's like that. So I am going to, once Adelaide finishes in the washroom, just go ahead and get her to come on out. There are some things in the neighborhood that need to be dug up, and the garden is not quite ready yet in the community here to harvest from, but there are some dig sites that need to be dug from and a couple of plants around that can be harvested. So I am going to get her to harvest those and just dig up some things here, and that way we can go ahead and sell those things while Advaith goes ahead and teaches Iris how to talk and works with her on her communication skill. Adelaide is going to go ahead and do what she does best, and that is go collecting and harvesting. And then once she's done with that, we'll probably send her out for a little bit of a jog. It's been a while since she's gone out for a jog, and I think she would probably like to go ahead and go for a jog for the day because she hasn't had any exercise yet today. We know that she does like her fitness, and she is working on trying to be healthy since she had Iris, so we will go ahead and try to get a workout in for her just so that she can try to feel like she has been productive for the day. And if Advaith is still feeling a little bit sad once we get Adelaide back to the house, we'll let him go ahead and go out for a jog himself, because we know that him going out and getting a workout in will typically improve his mood, so that may help him out a little bit as well. So if he's still feeling a little bit down, we'll let him go out for a jog and see if that will improve his mood a little bit as well. So she's just finishing up here, and let's go ahead and get her out for a jog. So Adelaide has gone ahead and got into her workout gear. She is just going for a bit of a jog. She is still feeling quite flirty, but she is also feeling pretty energized and is getting herself a bit of a workout in. She is just going for a nice quick jog around the neighborhood and getting a little bit of much needed exercise in for the day. She was able to harvest everything in the area and dig up everything in the area that was available for the day. And now she is just getting in a much needed workout that's going to help to clear her head and make her body feel good. And then she's going to go ahead and send herself home so that she can go to the washroom and deal with any needs that she needs to deal with. And she'll check on Iris and see how Advaith is doing, and if he possibly needs to go out and kind of clear his thoughts and just go for a run so that he can think on whatever it is that he might need to ponder as far as his mentality. It does look like he is feeling a little bit upset and feeling a little bit tense. So we will most likely need to send him out for a little bit of a jog because it does look like he's feeling a little bit angry. So we're going to go ahead and let Advaith go out for a little bit of a run. Unfortunately, he's ended up feeling a little bit of anger, and his sadness has turned into a little bit of him being enraged. And so she's like, you need to go ahead and go out on a run and clear your head. And he's like, yeah, I really think I do. So while he's out taking a jog, she's going to go ahead and just take care of her bladder needs and check in on Iris and see how she's doing, see if there's anything that needs to be done, and most likely see if she needs a bath, and if so, she'll probably give Iris a little bit of a bath. Advaith has returned home. He's just going to grab himself a glass of water after his run and go ahead and use the washroom and then get himself headed off to bed. He is still pretty upset and needing to just kind of calm down, so he's going to brush his teeth, head himself off to bed. Adelaide is like, Iris, come on, honey. Mommy needs to go ahead and get you into the bathtub. Let's go take ourselves a quick bath, and then we can get you ready for bed. And she's like, okay, Mom. And she's like, come on, let's go, sweetheart. Quit playing with your dolls, and let's go in here and take a bath. But Mommy, I want to play with my dolls. I understand that you want to play, but it is time for us to go ahead and get a bath. So come on, let's go in here and have ourselves a bath. It is getting really late and it's time for you to have a bath now. But Mom, I wasn't done playing. It's bath time, Iris. We have to get baths and then we have to go to bed. Come on, let's go in here and get ourselves a bath. So Adelaide's going to take Iris in here. We're going to get her into the bathtub. And as you can see, Advaith is in there going off on the poor stuffed animals. He is at his wit's end. He really doesn't know what to do with himself. I'm just going to get him to go ahead and call it a night. Get him into bed here. He is just going to tell the girls, okay, I'm going to bed. I have had a really long day. I'm at my wit's end. So he's going off to bed, and Adelaide is just finishing up Iris's bath here, and then she's going to tuck Iris into bed herself. And then everyone will be going to bed for the evening. And she's like, Iris, what are we going to do with Dad? We've got to figure out how it is that we can make Daddy happy. And these two are just giggling together. They are so precious. But Mom here is just going to say, come on, it's time for us to get you into bed. Are you ready to go to bed now? And she's like, yes, Mom. Okay, let's go ahead and go and get you tucked into bed. It is time. It's really late. It's 10 o'clock at night, and so she is going to go ahead and put Iris into bed here and just get her tucked in really tight, snug as a bug, into bed. So she's going to give her a little tuck in and give her a kiss and tell her that she loves her and that she'll see her in the morning. And then I'm going to get Adelaide into bed herself, and everyone is going to call it a night, and I will see you guys in the morning. It is the next morning, and as you can see, Adelaide is just going ahead and getting ready to bake a cake. It is Iris's birthday, and so we are going to go ahead and get Adelaide in the kitchen making a white cake. So she's going to go ahead and go in here and get started making the cake. I'm going to have her go and call over her mom and her brother. That way we will have them visit for Iris's birthday party. That way we will have Jayden and Rebel over. So we are going to just go ahead and give them a phone call and invite them to the lot so that they can come over and celebrate with us. She is thinking of her dad, wishing that he could be here to see not only her daughter, but be here for her birthday. But unfortunately, as we know, Marcus is no longer around. But she is going to just invite over Jayden and invite over Rebel and just say, you know, we really want you to come over and celebrate with us. Iris is, you know, aging up, and she's going to be blowing out her candles, and we really want you to be here to celebrate with us. And so Rebel and Jayden are both going to go ahead and be right over. And she's just going to finish making this cake. And once the cake is done, we'll put some candles on the cake and we can get Iris aged up, which is going to be perfect. So as you can see, Jayden and Rebel have both shown up to the house. We are just going to go ahead and get them to celebrate with us. Rebel went in right away to see Iris, which is so cute. Adelaide's just going to put some candles on this cake. As you can see, I have gone ahead and upgraded the kitchen a little bit. We got ourselves a new stove and a new refrigerator. So the house did get a little bit of an upgrade. I also put curtains throughout the house, so the house did get a tiny bit of an upgrade. And then once we have Iris aged up, we will change her bedroom to accommodate her being a child. But she's going to go ahead and go in here and just grab Iris and bring her in here so that we can go ahead and get her to blow out her candles. Jayden is so excited that she gets to see her granddaughter blow out her candles and age up. She was worried that she wasn't ever going to get to see her granddaughter, but now she gets to see her granddaughter age up into a big girl, and she's like, this is a wonderful day. I'm so thrilled. I can't believe that Iris is already aging up to be, you know, a big girl. Like, the fact that she is becoming, you know, a child is so amazing. I can't believe it. Like, I just can't believe it. And she's blowing her candles out, and Iris is aging up, which is so great. She's so precious. I can't wait to see what she looks like when she gets to be a big girl. But she has aged up, and we are going to randomize her traits for 1, 2, and 3. And she got self-assured. These Sims tend to be confident. And I am going to go ahead and get her the creativity, and I'm going to give her animal obsession. These Sims are obsessed with animals. And let's go ahead and we are going to just jump into Cass really quickly and take a look at Iris. And this is Iris after her makeover, and this is what she turned out to look like. And I think she is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, she turned out so lovely. This is her everyday outfit, and we're just going to quickly go through her outfits. She got a second everyday outfit, and then her formal, her athletic, her sleepwear, her party outfit, her swimwear, her hot weather, and her cold weather. And let's go ahead and jump back into the game. And I did go ahead and rearrange her room and get it all set up for her. And as you can see, she is already feeling quite hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and let her get herself a piece of cake here so she can get herself some food in her stomach, because she is feeling pretty angry because she is, you know, feeling quite famished right now. So she is just getting herself something to eat here, and she is really, really angry right now. But once she gets some food in her stomach, I'm hoping that her mood will improve. But everyone is super thrilled with the fact that she just went ahead and aged up and had herself a nice little birthday, and she's gonna go ahead and clean up after herself. We will put the cake in the fridge, but she is responsible already, cleaning up after everyone and going ahead and throwing everything away. I think Iris is going to be quite a good little girl, which we love. And instantly to the sink to brush her teeth after having cake without even being asked, which we love. I'm just going to have her go over here and have a chat with everyone. They have all gathered in the bathroom. I'm not sure why it is that everyone wants to gather in the bathroom to talk, but for whatever reason, they've had themselves a little bit of a commune here in the bathroom, and they are all talking about the fact that, you know, they can't believe that Iris is already so grown up, and it just seems like yesterday she was a little bitty baby crying in the bassinet, and now look at her. And everyone is so thrilled that she's turned out to be such a beautiful young girl. And Adelaide is just giving her a bit of a hug here and just saying, you know, I'm so proud of you, and I just want you to know how much I love you. And these two are, you know, really close. As you can see, their relationship bar is quite high. And these two are going to go ahead here and become best friends. They're going to talk here about the news, and they're just having some good conversations. She's going to ask her, you know, do you think that you and I and your dad should go on a vacation? I was thinking that, you know, soon we should go to Granite Falls. I would really like for us to go ahead and, you know, go out there and just spend some time together as a family. And she's like, oh my gosh, I would love for us to be able to go ahead and do that. So when these guys get a little bit of money, we are going to be taking them to Granite Falls. Currently right now, it did take every bit of the money that we had to get her bedroom set up. So I am going to need to get them 1,000 simoleons again. But when we get some extra money, we will go ahead and plan the trip to Granite Falls for them. I am going to be planning that trip really soon. Probably in the next episode, we will be seeing them have a vacation to Granite Falls. And we will hopefully be able to get some plants and things that Adelaide needs when we go on that trip. So we'll be getting some money collected hopefully in the next episode so that we can get them to Granite Falls really soon. But as you can see, Iris here is just going ahead and watching a little bit of television, and the adults here are just trying to figure out how they're going to be able to afford a trip to Granite Falls. Obviously, Adelaide wants to go to Granite Falls. Advaith is aware that she wants to do that. He knew that her plan was whenever Iris, you know, aged up to a child, that they were going to plan this trip. So he is aware that this is a plan in the works. But guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And we will be hopefully really soon seeing our family vacationing in Granite Falls. But until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.